What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine. Sorry, I've been trying to get my stuff working right. I'm kind of a little off today, but got a movie review. Went to go see The Predator. Saw The Predator this weekend. It wasn't. It wasn't what I expected. I was pleasantly. I wasn't pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what the fuck I was feeling when I saw this movie. So I'm gonna go through everything, how this movie was and how it made me feel and all that. So I went to see the movie, and I was expecting it to be somewhat of a comedy mixed with a lot of action in it. So, and then I was hearing it's gonna be they pay some homage to the original series. So I was expecting, I was expecting to be one of them. I kind of maybe like Secret Service, where it was funny, but it was a lot of good action. So it was like, you can't really take it serious, but the action was still so good that you still had a lot of fun with it. So I was kind of expecting something like that, but I wasn't expecting it to be like, this movie was down there slapstick comedy. It blew all my expectations out the water, and not in a good way. Okay, the military, the guy that the first encounter with the Predator killed his unit, and he was the only one to survive. So you know how it is working these movies where they take the one guy and they question him or whatever. They probably eliminate him or whatever. He took some of the Predator's gear and mailed it to his house. Why did he do that? That was just one of the dumbest things I ever seen. Okay, where he has a son that has Asperger's that gets the package, and I'm thinking like, what's the first thing a kid do when the package come and ain't no parents around? A young kid, they gonna open that shit. And I'm not spoiling it because it's all in the trailer. Okay, so this set up the whole thing with the government, where the government was, they had the Predator. They was like, yeah, we got us an alien. It looked like they was about to dissect him or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And so instead of getting all the information they could from the guy who had the first encounter with the alien and keeping them and stuff, they just shipped them. They just shipped them off to a loony bin. Like they put him. They was like, yeah, we were just gonna say you crazy and wash our hands of you, and since you saw an alien, so now they're gonna say, yeah, he didn't really see an alien, he just crazy. So that was kind of like they cover up for it. So this enters all the other characters in the movie where he meet this. They put him on a bus when they send him to the loony bin. Where you see where he meets these. They all supposed to be kind of crazy. They all on their way to the crazy house. The military, so they all soldiers. Most of them got like PTSD, like they've been through a lot of battles. So they just it's basically, and that part was a little realistic to me, only because that kind of stuff does happen. People, they're normal at first, but too much. They took the route as they put the Predator and insert him in this story. Now let's talk about where the Predator come from. The Predator crashed, his ship crashed, right? From the beginning of the movie, the Predator, I don't know, did he get knocked unconscious or something? I don't understand what really happened to him, but I'm gonna tell you like this: from the beginning of the movie, they kind of let you know what kind of movie this is gonna be. It's gonna be silly. It's gonna be kind of a screwball comedy, and that's kind of crazy to say for a Predator movie. But once they got the Predator escapes, and that is where everything goes crazy. That's where everything goes crazy. And not to spoil anything, but the Predator, how should I say that? So let's talk about the way the Predator looked. I really like the suit, it's not. They don't use CGI on the actual Predator. Now it's clear to me that the Super Predator, and you've seen that in the trailer, they use a CGI. But whoever the guy in the suit, the whole the look of the Predator is actually real good. It's look like it's all practical, like the suit, the armor, whoever's in that suit or whatever. It looks like he look tall, but he look athletically tall. So it ain't like the old Chewbacca where he's tall, but it looks like he's so awkwardly tall that he can't really move. This Predator look like he's 7 foot, but he's like 7 foot and real athletic looking. So they really improved on the look of the Predator to me, his movements and all that. I really like that. But I did not like the look of the Super Predator, which it was like kind of clear CGI where you can see the way he moved, it didn't feel real, but the way the other Predator moved, it felt real. So, but I just want to say the movie pretty much was a comedy. If you think of it as a comedy, it might work for you, but they didn't really present it as a comedy, and then you think that it's like, oh, this is gonna be, because the way they started off, it started off pretty good, and you feel like, oh, this is gonna be a good successor to the Predator because they used all the original music. Like the first 15, 20 minutes, they used all the original Predator music. And the original Predator score, and you got a kind of feeling like, damn, this might be kind of good, and then it turned into a damn screwball comedy, and you be like, what the hell is this? And I do not want to talk about the ending. The ending was something on another planet, no pun intended. But let's just say, stuff happened at the end that was like, I couldn't wrap my head around that. Stuff happened at the end that just made me just like, what the fuck? They basically did a Hollywood blockbuster ending with like over the top special effects, unbelievable action, things that just wouldn't happen. They threw out physics, the laws of physics. They threw all that out. And it just became just like, what the hell? So I'm gonna give it a rating, dude. This movie, I'm gonna say it was leaning on the whack territory, but it raised above the whack because of the characters. The characters actually were actually, to me, I actually liked their characters. The whole military unit was cool. They were so cool that I kind of felt bad when they all was dying. I mean, they wasn't gonna all make it. So when pretty much, I kind of felt like, damn, they was kind of cool guys. I hate that they all had to die. So usually movies like this, I can't wait till they just take out all the people that get on your nerve. You be like, okay, it actually was fairly decent. So for that, I give this a all right. All right, I'm gonna move on to a spoiler discussion because I'm telling you, there's things in this movie that it's things in this movie that will be spoilerish. There's things in the movie that need to be talked about, but it definitely would be considered a spoiler. So thanks for checking out the video, and give us a thumbs up if you like it, and I'm gonna move on to my spoiler discussion. All right, peace.